Hi, this is Shu with a review of the AE2, the second signature for Anthony Edwards. For size 9, it weighs about 445 grams. Definitely lighter than the AE1s or the 2s, but still feels a bit chunky. Most of the weight is coming from these plasticky parts all around the shoe. Design-wise, I thought they looked hideous, but they really grew on you, especially if you look at them from different angles. They definitely look like an upgrade and a good continuation of the original shoe for Anthony Edwards. And it's a bit lower. It does not have that crazy, weird boot-like ankle wrap, so that's better. The tongue is also easily separated, so you can slide your foot in more conveniently, so I think that's definitely a plus. But there's a heel slippage you can definitely feel in this shoe. Fit-wise, I think it's slightly more form-fitting than one, and definitely more form-fitting than one low. Low was a lot more kind of all over the place in terms of the excessive roominess. Good thing is it doesn't have the crazy toe box dead space that most Adidas shoe have. But at the same time, look at the lace loops. This is as far as it opens, so the amount of lockdown you're getting is like this little cinch. So try the shoe on. If it's a good fit, it's a good fit. If you feel like it's not locking down as well, then you probably want to pass on this because it can only lace up this much space. Yeah, you can go for this. I would advise true to size, or if you have a really wide foot, maybe half a size up. True to size or half a size down for those who have very narrow foot and like a tight fit. The one fatal flaw I find in the shoe is this plasticky part all around the shoe. It's good that it's providing some support, but at the same time, when it's right here around the midfoot and the heel, midfoot and outsole area, what happens is this plasticky part really crushes, really smudges these rubber outsoles. So these plastic area contact parts are going to wear off faster than most of the parts. At the same time, the outsole is not that durable. The blades are great because they're very sensitive. They're very long and thin, but the rubber, that means it's going to wear out really fast. Outdoor, definitely no. Indoors, I think this is not going to be one of the most durable shoes out there. Definitely, it's going to wear off faster than most. The rubber is very soft and the blades are very thin. So great traction while it lasts. It's really wide. The base is super wide and the outrigger is there. So ankle rollover prevention, it's really great. Added with this little TPU plasticky part to provide that additional security. But also this thing, there's a bit of a pinching sensation here depending on the shape of your foot. On the lateral side, this could be a problem. And on the medial side, this part actually, when you lace it tight, it kind of pinches into the soft parts of your foot. So make sure you try and lace them up and see if you feel any irritation or not, to see if this is a good fit. Don't try to make your foot adjust to the shoe. Find a shoe that's already a good fit for your foot. So this part is especially annoying because if you have problem with the Kobe 9s with this, very angular, thudding, rock hard heel that makes you go like instead of softly moving, it's not. You're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that when you start moving around. But if you're okay with the Kobe 9s type of setting, where there's like a 90-degree angle, but it's hard all around, which kind of really reduces the shock absorption and cushioning, go ahead. But honestly, this really is a minus. It really kills it. It really reduces the shoe's overall cushioning function. The midsole, the boost, is actually one of the thinner full-length boosts I've seen in Adidas in a while. I think they're thinner than the ones used in the AE1 and the 1 low, but it feels better than the AE1 low in terms of step-in comfort and the cushioning and responsiveness, but it feels a little bit more subdued compared to the original AE1, the mids. But the AE1, the problem was that it had a midfoot shank that kind of was on top of the boost layer that kind of killed the boost cushioning on the forefoot, which had that pinching sensation, which was a deal breaker for me. This doesn't have that. The plate is only on the outsole area, but the boost is again thin, responsive still, but pretty thin. And if you are familiar with boost, it needs to be a bit more beefy for it to really truly let its presence and function be felt. So overall, the cushioning is definitely a lot more inferior to shoes that's recently released, like the Dame X Light Strike. It's so much more cushier and comfier than this. Definitely, it's superior to shoes like the Ja 3 Zoom X, which has only a bit of a compression of the heel, nothing much going on. I would say this is comparable to the Witness 9 softness, but a little bit less soft and I guess a little bit more bouncy. So yeah, for this price point, when you say a much cheaper shoes with what's supposed to be a lower end tech like Light Strike being plusher and more responsive than this, then that really makes you raise a lot of questions. The insole is very crappy. It's the EVA insole is fine, but the top coating is very starchy, so it really degrades the overall comfort level. So I guess if you can find a better insole, it'll definitely complement the overall cushioning better. But again, these rigid plastic parts will eat up or negate the cushioning one more time. Yeah, the price point, I feel like it's a bit excessive. I feel like it's not, they try to make it lighter than the ones, but it's still on the heavier and beefy side. So a small step forward, but not incredible.